As far as Gaza is concerned, we'll do what is necessary. If it's necessary, we'll do that. We're going to take over that piece, we're going to develop it, create thousands and thousands of jobs, and it'll be something that the entire Middle East can be very proud of.
You heard that right. Trump just announced his intentions to take over Gaza and develop it to be the pride of the Middle East. When it comes to Israel, it seems that it's not so America first anymore for Trump.
America first! America first!
It took 24 days, thousands of firefighters, and hundreds of thousands of evacuations to contain the fires that burned through Southern California. As people return to the burnt husks that used to be their homes, Trump is more interested in building up the Riviera of the Middle East than taking care of his own people. Ignoring all of this, Trump prioritizes making Gaza beautiful again over rebuilding California. His vision of peace excludes Palestinians, whom he seeks to relocate to Jordan and Egypt, while also leaving Americans in California to fend for themselves. Early damage assessments are ongoing, but some estimates place losses from the Los Angeles County fires as high as $40 billion. A crisis seemingly overlooked by the federal government. Beyond the financial toll, hundreds of thousands are added to California's already soaring homeless population, which stands at double the national rate. Meanwhile, inflation remains high, and American taxpayers anxiously await the promised tax cuts in an uncertain economic future amidst fears of trade wars. In Gaza, rebuilding is easier said than done. The UN Office for the Coordination of Humanitarian Affairs stated in its latest report that just removing unexploded ordnance would require approximately $500 million over 10 years, as it's buried under more than 42 million tons of rubble and 37 million tons of solid waste, created by the destruction of buildings, roads, and other infrastructure. For the Riviera that Trump envisions, the bill is steep. The Arab States Regional Bureau of the UN Development Programme projected the total reconstruction cost of Gaza at over $40 billion, with the initial recovery phase focused on restoring basic services and infrastructure expected to cost between $2 to $3 billion, and to take 3 to 5 years.
Every decision on trade, on taxes, on immigration, on foreign affairs will be made to benefit American workers and American families. Protection will lead to great prosperity and strength. I will fight for you with every breath in my body, and I will never, ever let you down.
In his entire campaign, Trump emphasized America first and how he planned to prioritize all spending for the betterment of Americans. Just days ago, he ordered the suspension of USAID's activities because of departmental waste. How will he justify spending dozens of billions of dollars for Gaza to the Californians struggling to rebuild their houses and the American taxpayer that has to foot the bill? Despite vying for the Nobel Peace Prize, Trump surprised Americans by refusing to rule out deploying US troops to Gaza. For a man who has long criticized American intervention abroad, his sudden openness to putting boots on the ground is unlikely to sit well with those still haunted by the wars in Iraq and Afghanistan. The question is, if neither Americans nor Palestinians are in the radar of Trump's rebuilding, then who is? Who will be the beneficiary of a new Gaza if there are no Palestinians there? And finally, what happened to America first?
America first! America first!